Y'all, look at how long it took them just to ship out my shit. I ordered my ship September the 5th. Look at this.
Greg has went nuts.
Like, how did he go nuts, though?
He's like sued for $200K, and now all of a sudden he just ran to Africa, and now he done changed his life over and sacrificing chickens and stuff.
I seen the strangest thing today. Why I seen Greg pop up on the internet like he ain't been gone forever.
Y'all remember when everybody was balling during the pandemic? I think it's time we talk about some of the businesses that were started and flourishing during that time that are no longer around. Or maybe some of them are still around. But it's one in particular that caught my eye. This one is for all my fashion designers, up-and-coming fashion designers, fashionistas, and people who just overall love fashion. This is a cautionary tale of somebody who once had one of the biggest brands during the pandemic and where they ended up now. Make sure you go grab your water of choice because this one is about to get interesting. Welcome to the world of fashion where trends come and go faster than the TikTok challenge. But in the midst of the pandemic, the height of the pandemic, it was one brand, well, maybe two, that stood out from the rest. And one of them was called GSUWOO, founded by Greg Wright.
Man, what is we doing here?
I'm going to be Jira Wera.
Oh my God, don't embarrass me, bro.
See, this clothing line was the epitome of everything that all the BBL baddies were wearing, with influencers like Ari Fletcher, Jada Cheeves, Dream Doll, and many more. But behind the glamour, there's a story of highs and lows, of creativity and controversy. So let's dive into the life of Greg Wright and the rise and fall of GSUWOO. Let's talk about Greg Wright, Mr. Greg Wright, and how he started his brand. Well, growing up, he was always drawn to fashion. He was inspired by the vibrant club culture, those bodycon dresses, you know the ones I'm talking about that fit your body just right, and the eclectic styles of his community. See, his journey began with a dream and just $200. $200, y'all. A true low-key to high-key story. In 2017, he launched in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Shout out to Fort Lauderdale. Shout out to Miami, just across the way. So he had a mission to shake up the fashion scene. Although he started his business in 2017, it really took off in 2019. Fast forward to the pandemic era, GSUWOO became the go-to brand for the young socialites. Celebrities like Tiana Taylor and Queen Naija was spotted rocking their bold designs. It was the perfect storm of style and social media.
Yeah, I'm in my backyard. You know what I'm saying? Cooking it up with Gianni Versace. You already know what time it is. You know, one of the icons, one of the greatest, baby.
Get this Hellcat SRT Red Eye, 807 horsepower for my Secret Santa gift by Shane Justin. I had no idea at all. I was completely surprised, and I love my new car. Brand new, yes sir. You see my Hellcat in the seats. I got my racing seats, leather.
You got all this on Christmas?
Yes.
Instagram following skyrocketing to nearly 1 million followers. Yeah, this brand's fur slippers and sock shoes were everywhere, making Greg Wright a household name in the fashion world, at least for the Gen Z, that is. He opened multiple store locations, starting off in Florida, then he moved on to Atlanta and New York. Being able to have multiple locations with a Black-owned clothing brand in different states, that's a big deal. Because honestly, it's really hard to get into the fashion industry as a Black-owned business. They give you so many obstacles, so many hurdles. But he really is a true testament of when you have your community's backing, nothing can stop you. He had a good run, but there were a lot of customers making complaints about not getting their order.
Y'all, look at how long it took them just to ship out my shit. I ordered my September the 5th. Look at this. Y'all, look, my finally got sent out towards the end of the motherfucker. And this was really making me mad because I finally got my shit. You can pause and read this, but my thing is, UPS only called me once and asked me what happened. And I told them what happened after that. I ain't heard back from them since. So this has been about 2-3 weeks.
I don't know why it is that when I support Black-owned boutiques and these big and these small businesses or these influencer brands, I always end up getting shitted on. So like I'm kind of done. Like I'm tired of people being like, oh, you shop at Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Thing and Opali and you shop those big brands. You don't shop like Black-owned boutique. No, cause y'all be doing. No, grimy, just grimy, and I'm over it. Like, first, y'all know the last issue I had with Wait a Minute, where I never got my order, they sent twice. Like, no, like, I had to get a whole refund 2 months later. Like, I had to do a whole chargeback. Y'all already know that situation. Well, now I have another situation. Like, it's getting out of hand.
Slowly but surely, you would walk in the stores and see that there was practically no clothing on the shelves. And then, next thing you know, locations were getting shut down. Nobody really knew what was going on with this man. Everything seemed good on social media, but behind the scenes, his personal life was complicated. See, he was in a relationship with Shane Justin, who also happens to be his business partner, which many confused with another clothing line. They worked closely together and dropped a lot of their collections together. And some people were even saying that Shane Justin was his sponsor. Matter of fact, Shane Justin said that himself, allegedly. Because I got to find out.
And you go on live and disrespect me when I gave you something I can never take back? You're crazy. You're crazy. And then you can't even say, Shane, you know what? I'm sorry. I expressed to you how hurt I was. I expressed to you how hurt that y'all left me on my birthday and went on a yacht. And you can't even be man enough. You can't even, the man in you not saying, damn, like, nah, that was up, like, damn. Like that was, I couldn't believe what was happening. I cried because I couldn't believe that they was doing this to me on my birthday. Somebody I love, somebody that I would give the world to. Somebody I gave you something I could never take back. You never bite the hand that feeds you. When I met you, you was 18 years old, nigga. You was 18 years old. You was staying with me. I had my own place. I lived on the beach. One thing about me, everybody in my hood know this. Everybody in a lot of you know this. I've been on. I've been the shit. I've been that boy. You know what I'm saying? I've been that boy. You feel me? You was a regular nigga. You ain't have shit when I met you. And I love you to death, but I'm just gonna keep it G since you put that this was happening to me because I'm so nice to everybody and I'm so good to everybody. We couldn't believe that this was happening. My cousin worked a regular job. My cousin spent his last to be here. These people spent their last to be here with me. And y'all do me like that? I am hurt. These people is trying to make me have a good time. These people don't even got it like that. They don't even got it like that. And they spending their last on me.
1,000 thing or something like that. First of all, we went out to a club last night. One of the tabs, because it was 2 tabs, one of the tabs alone, just for drinks, was $11,000. The flight, a business flight, was $11,000. However, I paid way, like, $11,000. Like, I don't even see that. I wipe my ass with $11,000. That boy had almost $500,000 coming out of me for his birthday. I don't want to come off arrogant. I don't want to come off a way that I'm not, because something has transpired. But I need y'all to know, like, don't play with me. Like, nobody ever spent $500,000 on me. Nobody ever spent $200,000 on me. Nobody even spent $150,000 on me. So that's a problem for me. Now, I know a lot of y'all like, okay, well, how did this happen? Like, how did this happen? Y'all was on the plane. Y'all was good. If I tell y'all the reason why all this happened, y'all would be like, what the, like, are you serious? So I'm not. But what I would tell y'all is, literally since the first day that we got here in Dubai, he wasn't talking to me. Like, wasn't talking to me. He was mad. I even tried to, like, you know, put my pride aside, kiss his ass, you know, like, give him his gifts at least. He didn't want them. He rejected them. He rejected them, but I feel like it was mainly rejected so
that clip. Their relationship was tumultuous, ending in a messy breakup. Greg then embarked on a journey of self-discovery, traveling to Africa and exploring his spirituality.
today I'm going to Mecca. I am a god. I am the prince of a king. My throne shall be established. What's up?
However, a controversial video surfaced, sparking questions about his mental health and sanity. Now, I'm never one to downplay anybody's spiritual journey, but this was more than that. This was something else.
I don't know if I have this on video already. I might do, but I said that God had already gave me a vision that I will be purified, I will be in all white, and he told me that I will have blood on me and it won't be my blood. And look, I can't make this up. I mean, I don't have a lot. You can't really see a lot, but you can see I clearly have like blood. This is blood, blood. Everything my father has told me. I don't know.
I think a lot of times we get the spiritual journey and mental health issues mixed up because, baby, I remember seeing a video of him with some type of organization, which obviously they called it a church, but it didn't look like that because in the background, there was some type of chicken sacrifice going on and it was very graphic, so I'm not going to show that, but it was getting weird. I don't know, man. You really got to ask yourself, what deep, dark secret did this man experience? What did he experience behind the scenes to make him go from being with all the it girls to pretty much secluding himself from the world? And when he would pop on camera, he didn't seem like himself. His eyes looked lost. He didn't seem saved at all. Eventually, I started to see him get it together, though.
And this is actually why the TikTok ban magically happened and came back a few hours publicly worldwide right before the inauguration day. It's all calculated. When they do these rituals, they're trying to receive favor from the gods. Even with the TikTok ban, that was because our attention is focused on an app. They want to know, how did you conquer God's jewels' attention? How did you do it? We need some kind of part. All of this is calculated. Something very important that you guys need to know, the Roman Empire still exists. Tomorrow, the inauguration is a public declaration of them doing a ritual, a Roman ritual. They are the pagans, okay? They told you that you were the pagans. They told you that your ancestors were the pagans. You know, the winners of the battles, they rewrite history and they erase history so that you don't know the truth. It make it harder. The truth will always be revealed. It just make it harder for it to come out.
It started off really rocky. He was going to different countries and he was wearing their cultural attire, and some people were getting offended because they felt like he was appropriating. He was just, to me, he was trying a bunch of different stuff and it just felt like he was trying to find his way. And I do feel like he eventually found his way because nowadays when you see him, he looks more humble, more down to earth.
What's up, y'all? I got a quick understanding for y'all today. God is spirit. Jesus is the image of God, meaning that Jesus is the Spirit of God that is made flesh. John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, The Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay? Jesus is the image or the flesh of God's spirit, right? Because God has no gender, he is the personification of male and female. All things come from one. Hear, O Yasha Rala, the Lord your God is one. This means in Genesis, when he said, let's create man in our image, he was talking about Jesus, because Jesus is man in the flesh, but he had the spirit of male and female, which is God.
And he even went as far as denouncing his sexuality. He said he no longer is a part of the LGBTQ community. So everything that he's doing, it seems like he's working towards finding the light. But I'm just telling y'all, like, I feel like something deep and crazy happened to him to where he felt like, I got to get away from everybody. He was living this fast-paced, crazy life. Like, I remember one time, he got caught at the airport in Jamaica. Him and GSUWOO, they got arrested for bringing weapons. Who just do that? But, yeah, this man went through a lot. I think Greg's journey highlights the importance of mental health in the fast-paced world of entrepreneurship. Lots of people don't want to talk about it, but baby, I'm one that's going to talk about it. Because I feel that we need to bring special attention to all of these people. They come into money so fast, because at one point his net worth was $10 million. So we got to talk about how people in our community, they come into money so fast that they don't even know what to do with it. We are now seeing a new era of generational wealth. We're seeing an era of wealth that the people before us didn't see. It wasn't easy for us to make money the way that we're making money now, because now we have the internet and we can make money at the click of our hands. We always said we wanted to get to this point where we could do it, but nobody prepared any of us for the mental effects that come with it. You have to be grounded. You have to be deep in your spirituality, whatever that may be. You have to have a loving support system, because I'm telling you, once you get in those rooms, you're going to be tested. And that's why I do videos like these, because I'm seeing so many stories of people coming into money fast, and then the next thing you know, they're losing their mind. He is one of many. But after facing criticism and lawsuits and all type of things that he's dealt with, he's been focusing on healing and growth. Today, Greg continues to navigate the challenge of the fashion industry, a sector that boomed during the pandemic, but has since faced significant challenges. The story of GSUWOO serves as a reminder of a fleeting nature of trends and the resilience needed to thrive in business. GSUWOO may not be as dominant as it once was, but its legacy remains. Greg Wright's story is a testament to the power of creativity and perseverance and social media. In a world where virality can make or break a brand, GSUWOO's rise and fall offer valuable lessons for entrepreneurs and fashion enthusiasts. So, what's next for Greg Wright? Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain, his impact on the fashion world will continue to inspire a new generation of designers and trendsetters. All right, y'all, it's your girl Receipts with Real. That's all my time. Thank you so much for tuning into this Real Talk documentary about GSUWOO and Greg Wright. Stay tuned for more stories of innovation and resilience in the ever-changing world of influence. Comment down below and let me know if you heard about this brand. Comment down below, let me know, have you seen anybody rocking it and you was like, what is that? But you didn't know what it is, and now you do. And also, let me know what you think about all of the influencers who, we see them struggling with their mental health.